Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Saturday. Hope everybody's having a nice start to the weekend. Claire, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. We're going to be playing some Dragon Quest today. And probably tomorrow, too. I haven't decided what we're doing tomorrow just yet. I have it set up for Dragon Quest right now. But I might pivot. We'll see. It pinged, didn't it? No, I got a different notification. Okay, great. I was like, oh, man. I knew it. But no, we're good. We're good. But yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. We're going to be doing some Dragon Quest today. I figure we'll talk about the follow-up appointment that I had yesterday. I'll do that here. And then play some video games. JD, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. I'm having a decent day today. Yesterday was definitely way worse than today is. Today I'm pretty zen overall. But yeah, other than that, played the new Sonic Racing Festival last night, which was fun. We got Arl from Puyo Puyo, which is pretty cool. Her machine, the car is actually pretty good. I really want to play Mina the Hollower. That game looks so good. I loved Link's Awakening though on the Game Boy. That was like one of my most played games on the Game Boy. So that being in the same like graphic style and looking like similar gameplay, I was like instantly in. I was instantly in. Yeah, I'm glad it's doing really well. I'm glad the folks are enjoying it too. But yeah, so played some Sonic Racing Crossworlds last night. Played some Crashing Out, which was pretty fun. The new game by the devs of Peak. And basically you're forklift drivers trying to load trucks. And that's it. That's the game. There's like obstacles and stuff, but it was pretty fun. And if you take damage while you're carrying something, say like eggs, you throw them out in like in a confetti style throw. And if they're fragile like eggs, they break and become obstacles on the ground. So it could be very, very simple or very, very complex, depending on how well you communicate and move things around. I think the closest comp, even though it's probably not a good comp to make, is probably Overcooked. But like, even Overcooked, I think, is a little bit more complex than this is. This is very simple. The obstacles are more the gameplay bit than like the actual act of like picking things up and putting them down in a different spot, right? They've got a whole bunch of stuff like consumables and stuff that you can buy that like change the way the map plays, and you can like set up for future runs or future like levels in that stage by putting down like boost pads and transporters and stuff like that. Yeah, Overcooked can be definitely pretty stressful. I will say that I worked at the only food service job that I had was working at Tim Hortons, and I know that I'm using the word food service pretty lightly in that sense. But we had at Tim Hortons, we had a speed of service requirement. This was not a suggestion, this was a requirement. On the busiest hours of the day, which were between 7 and 10 a.m., you had to have every single customer through the drive-thru in faster than, I think it was 22 seconds was the time that we were aiming for every day. It was either 22 or 25, I forget. And so like with Overcooked, you have like 5 minutes to go through and get everything done. And so from my perspective, I'm just like, oh shoot, that's easy. No problem. I got that. Shoot. Trying to make sure that you're like cooking enough food in advance, because I was a baker when I was at Tim Hortons. So I was making all the food in the back. And trying to make sure that you're making enough food to make sure that we can get through speed of service well enough and so people don't have to sit at the drive-through window waiting, was like wild. But it definitely prepared me to be a lot more patient, I'll admit. I think I have like mostly negative things to say about my time in food service or my time in like high stress environments. But to be brutally honest, I still learned something from all of those situations that helped me be a better person today. So I don't really care all that much, I guess. In the moment, it sucked. That job was awful. I wasn't consistently in there in the morning. So like there were days where we were expecting like lower traffic. And so they wouldn't need me that day. And so they would have me work like a mid or a graveyard shift. And man, working the mid or the graveyard shift at Tim Hortons is awful. Awful. Because you get like no customers throughout the day. Like no one goes to Tim Hortons for coffee in the middle of the afternoon. And so like we would get maybe like, I don't know, like a dozen or so customers throughout the entirety of that day. So you'd work from 2 to 10 p.m. and there'd just be no one there, which was awful. And then the graveyard shift was mostly just cleaning, honestly. Like it was mostly just cleaning everything up to make sure everything was spotless before you had to leave. And then around like 3 or 4 in the morning, you would start making the food for the morning shift. But yeah, that was also pretty underwhelming. It was also a 24-hour Tim Hortons, so we would still have customers coming up through that too. And then somebody got pissed because they ordered cheddar broccoli soup, right? So this is somebody that came in and ordered a cheddar broccoli soup at 2:30 in the morning, okay? It's 2:30 in the morning, and I have like barely enough cheddar broccoli soup. And I say on the thing, hey man, I don't think I have enough to give you a full cup. Like, I'm just gonna keep it real with you. This isn't gonna be full. Do you want something else? Like, I'm not making a whole set of cheddar broccoli soup for you. So like, if you want this little bit, we can do that. But if not, I get it, right? I understand. And so he's just like, yeah, man, no problem. Like it's absolutely fine. You can go ahead and just toss it in there. Well, I'll just take what you got. I was like, okay, great. So I tossed it in there. It was probably like 3/4 of the way full, right? So it was barely off the top. He came back in, got pissed, and then called corporate because I gave him a less filled cup of soup. And I was just like, dog, whatever. Like, whatever, dude. And so I ended up getting a talking to about that at, what was it? It was at 6:30 in the morning. I got a call. I was just like, hey, why am I getting a complaint about you? And I told him the story. And he just goes, just tell him we're out next time. I was like, yep, no problem. Won't happen again. But anyway, so nowadays it's actually got me pretty patient with people overall in general. I think coaching helped a lot with that too, right? Because I was coaching a lot of kids that were like, you know, just coming into college and just coming into like being an adult. So it was very easy for me to deal with, like, in a moderation sense, right? When I'm modding for other channels or when I'm modding for this channel, right? When I'm broadcasting on these channels, it's very easy for me to deal with, like, you know, adjacent like comments or you know, shitty messages and shit like that. I can deal with that. It doesn't bother me that much. It is what it is. Like someone left a negative comment on one of my videos that said I was glazing something. I don't remember exactly what it was. And I was just like, I went and like watched the video back because I was just like, I feel like I was pretty fair in general. I went back and watched the video and I was just like, I had said in that video that if you, it was the cloud outfit. I was like, if you don't use cloud, then don't pull on the banner. Like those were like verbatim the words I had said. Right. And I was just like, you know, the weapon itself is really good, but it's only as good as you've invested into cloud, right? So if you haven't invested into cloud, it's not as good of a banner. It's not as good as a weapon. It just isn't as strong, right? That's just the truth of it. When in reality, the effect that it does, which is the Muramasa effect that we got in January, the single target damage received up effect, that effect is only on 2 weapons right now. One is Muramasa and the other is this Parasol. And like, yes, that will continue to increase over time and we will get other characters with that effect, but it'd be foolish to say that that's not a powerful option right now, right? Which was the point. And they took that as glaze for some reason. And I was just like, man, if me saying that if you don't have cloud that you shouldn't pull on this banner is glaze to you, I really don't know what to tell you. Like, I don't mean to be rude, but also at the same time, like, if you didn't watch the video, dog, like, that's not on me. Sorry. Like, it is what it is. Or if you come into a stream and you're just like, oh, what the fuck? You don't remember me? And it's been a year since you've chatted and you changed your username. I'm not going to remember you, dude. And if you come in making some weird ass fucking comments, I'm just gonna ban you, right? Like, sorry. It's that there are 8 billion plus people on this planet. You are only one. I am sorry. It is what it is. Yeah, people can be weird. No, that's okay. And that's what I said. That's what I'm trying to, the point I'm trying to make is that I genuinely have a lot of patience with people. But for something like that, like when somebody comes in and the first thing they do is they, you know, play a disruptive sound effect and then become cross immediately. And then after the second strike, then they become combative with both a moderator and the community members. And it's just like, okay, well, then you're just gone, right? Like there's no patience there. I don't have patience for that shit, right? And so that person's gone, right? But somebody that comes in and they have like, you know, some like adjacent opinion about the game that we're currently playing, I'm not gonna ban that person for saying something like that, right? It is what it is. That's subjective. I can live with that. That's exactly right. Too old for this shit at this point. I've been on Twitch for almost 15 years at this point. 15 years I've been on this platform as a viewer and a streamer now, right? And it's just not worth it, right? It's just not worth it. And on YouTube, I've been on YouTube even longer. I think I made a YouTube account when I was 2008, right? So almost 20 years on YouTube as a consumer of content. Obviously, we've only been making content on YouTube for like the last, realistically, it's been like 2 years. I was doing some fun stuff originally where like Lemmy and I would do some co-op stuff just for fun. And that was like some charity incentive things just to have some fun with it. But I was really only using this YouTube channel to host my speedruns. Was like the only reason I made this channel to begin with. And we've really only been consistently making content since like 2023. So like 2 to 3 years. I think 3 years is probably more accurate at this point. Yeah. Well, and it goes to it's kind of a column A, column B thing, right? Where like one of the bit of it is that negativity sells, and that's not necessarily the point that we're trying to make with the Twitch chat, or even your point, right? But that's for the column B portion. But like negativity is like the selling point on the internet right now. People want to, subconsciously or not, engage with negative content, in the sense that like if somebody says I hate Resident Evil 6, there'll be people out there who get pissed at that, or other people out there who want to also pile on the negativity because they also hate that game, right? And they're finding community in disdain and dislike versus I'm just using Resident Evil 6 as a random example. I'm not saying that as any particular like point to be made. But like that's just what social media has become since the pandemic. It started off as like people were like pretty optimistic, kumbaya, Animal Crossing, right? Everybody was super happy. And then basically throughout the second year of the pandemic, you just saw this like massive shift in both how we allowed people to communicate. And this goes back all the way to like 2012, 2016 and for sure, where we just allowed this how do I want to phrase this without making things weird? We've allowed this twisted view of freedom of speech as a way to allow hateful thoughts that come into our minds to be posted publicly for other people to see and expect zero consequences, right? And that's not us. I'm not saying we as in this community, because this community is something fostered on positivity, right? And optimism, because that's how I try to operate both my circles and my channel. I don't want to deal with negativity. I don't want to have to like, you know, sit here and talk about all the things that I hate or things that I don't like. And I don't want to have to do like rage bait titles or clickbait titles. I don't want to just make the stuff that I'm passionate about, that I want to share on the internet, that I want other people who like the things that I like to watch. And if they watch it, great. If they don't watch it, I don't care. I still got to do the thing that I wanted to do. And that's how I handle social media. But that's not the status quo, for sure. All the engagement's not even worth, yeah. Because all they do is they mute the post afterwards, right? That's the truth of it, right? All those people that rage bait on Twitter and stuff like that, they make that post, and before it gets a single notification, they mute the post. And they never respond to a single thing afterwards. The one exception to that rule is politics, but that's a completely separate conversation that we don't need to have today. That unfortunately is an engine from the 2016 elections that has been an ongoing and probably forever going problem for the rest of this decade at minimum. We'll see if it changes in the next one, but it's probably going to be at least awful for the next 4 years. Minimally. Yep, exactly. Yeah, because it's because Twitter switched to monetization, right? And it was because of short form content, to be clear. So things like Instagram, TikTok, etc. They really like monetize the ability to post negative stuff and like have it reposted, have it stitched. The perfect example of that, I think we were just talking about this the other day, was that James Charles guy who like was actively already caught. So, like, I don't know if it was sexting or just communicating in a bad way with minors. And so I blocked that person immediately because like that's monster type shit, right? I don't care what your excuse was at that point. Like there's no reason for that. There's just no reason for that. But the amount of things that I've learned against my will about James Charles, Logan Paul, Dr. Disrespect, etc. The list goes on, right? After I have actively blocked them, and I'm just like, dog, stop giving them a platform. That's the problem. Like, you're giving them a platform because it makes money for them, it makes money for the people that they're talking about, and as long as they're making money, they don't care, right? Wild. But then column B is the main character syndrome stuff, right? The people that come in thinking that their opinion is law, the people that come in and believe that they're the ones that have like, that you should know what their opinion is, and they deserve to have a stage and have their soapbox to be able to post their negative comment because their opinion is valid and important and needs to be heard. And the truth is, respectfully, it doesn't. It doesn't, right? The vague post, yeah. We're back to AIM statuses again, where people post like music statuses and shit. It's awful. I love it. Oh god. That's what I'm gonna do from now on. I'm just gonna put myself on do not disturb, put like some vague music title in my Discord status, and just ignore all DMs for 72 hours. We'll do a social experiment, see what happens. Oh god. But yeah, I mean, and the truth of it is that like, this is a fad and it'll pass, right? And that's the truth. As somebody that has been consuming content on the internet for at least the last 18 years, right? I think it's probably valid. We've seen these phases come and go where, you know, we'll see these like, you know, certain fads come into play, like the Vine fads where it was like, you know, 7-second, 8-second videos. You'll see the dancing fads on TikTok. You'll see the, you know, and this like negativity loop and negative feedback loop and these rage bait posts and vague posts. This is all just like part of the rhythm, unfortunately. Yeah, that's true too. That's true too. And that's actually like part of the reason why TikTok was good. It has since fallen off a tiny bit, likely since the acquisition from last year. But TikTok was good because it really catered to the content that you engaged with, because the goal of TikTok was to try to keep you on TikTok. It wasn't to try to get you to engage with the post. It was trying to get you to watch another video, right? And so like that was their only agenda, was to try to continue to have you continue consuming content on TikTok. And so your algorithm became very quickly a representation of the content that you consumed. So that's why, from my perspective, I've had mostly a positive experience with TikTok, because most of the stuff that I engage with on TikTok is all optimistic, positive, music related, Pokemon related, you know, video game stuff, video game highlights, clips, reactions. And so I don't really see most of the negativity on the platform for the most part. That's obviously changed recently, but that's true. That's true. They do. And maybe, I'm being totally honest here, Pokemon Go's 10th anniversary is coming up, and it is the 30th anniversary of Pokemon. I would not be shocked if we saw like a Pokemon Go resurgence here in the next month. Because the 10th anniversary Global Go Fest in July is completely free to play. There's no paid options, you can't buy anything. It's completely free to play, so everybody can play. And like, that's gonna be something that I think people are pretty excited about. Because it's just going to be basically how much you walk and how much you play, which will be fun. Be like the old days, man. You can buy Pokeballs and shit if you want to, but otherwise you can just play the game, which is dope. But yeah, that's why you'll never catch me making posts like that. That's why you'll never catch me doing videos and content like that. I'll never post like, you know, little clickbait things and stuff like that. It's just not worth it to me. Because I know what it irritates me as a viewer. I hate when I see someone on here, it's just like 10 things you don't know. And I've said this a lot. I know I've talked about this a couple times on stream, but I hate seeing the titles that are just like 10 things you don't know, or 10 things you missed, or 10 things that like weren't obvious, and blah, 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 blah. And then the other posts that are just like, Valve is making a terrible move. They just want more super yachts. Nintendo's the greediest company in the world. Microsoft just wants your wallet. I just don't care, man. I don't care anymore. I'm so sick of it. I can make an informed decision on my own without the content creator trying to assume my intelligence, right? And that's where I have to take a step back and just go, you are just doing this to try to get me to click on this, to try to bait me into clicking on this, to watch this and like try to like hear your thoughts out. And I don't care to hear them anymore. Like, I just don't. It's just not worth it, right? Because the truth is, and I mean this sincerely, with the Valve thing in particular, with them raising the price of the Steam Deck, Valve is one of the few companies in the world that I believe wholeheartedly, if it becomes cheaper for them to make the Steam Deck, they will drop the price. I believe that. I've seen it over the years. I've seen them drop their Steam Link and their Steam controllers to like dollars, like literally single-digit dollars, once they had like a reason to drop it that low. So like, I believe that if it becomes less expensive to create the Steam Deck again, they will drop the price. I could be wrong completely, and I accept that, right? I'm not perfect, and I don't know everything that's going on in the industry, right? Nintendo is another one that I 100% believe that if it becomes less expensive for them to make these consoles, that $50 price increase that they currently have scheduled for September, they will bring that back down. They'll either do discounts, they'll do like bundles, they'll find a way to bring that dollar amount back down, because they want this system to be affordable for people that are just going into college, for people that are kids, for people like us that are just gamers and want to play it, for the people that are taking the monorail and the other like public transportation. They want it to be affordable for those people, right? That's been Nintendo's MO since what? God, the Game Boy, right? I mean, right. They're making their digital games cheaper, which again, it's really easy to get lost in the sauce sometimes, because we have a community and a bit of an echo chamber within both this space here and like the spaces that we frequent, where physical media is a big thing for the people that we know, for the people that we often communicate with. That is not the case for like 85% of the world. Most people play things digitally now, like most people, and Nintendo are making the most consumed style of content, or the most consumed like consumerism. I don't know how to phrase this correctly. You know what I'm saying though. The thing that is most consumed is the thing that they are dropping the price down on. Now, granted, there's a logical reason for that, right? Because they don't have to make the physical stuff to make the physical copy of it, right? And that's really the reason. But again, it's like they're making it cheaper because they know that the console's more expensive. They know that they're going to save some money by not making the physical version, and so they're making the digital version cheaper. Star Fox is the perfect example. It comes out in a month, and then I think it was Walmart that's still selling the physical for $50, right? More consumer friendly, thank you, yeah. But like one of the places was still selling it for $50, the physical version, even though the physical version at all the other retail stores is $60, and the digital version is $50. And so what does this do? It forces companies to be competitive with the physical media. It forces these like individual companies that buy these and try to sell these products to be more competitive on the physical side as well. They don't have to, and they can choose not to, and they may not, right? I'm not trying to don't hear what I'm not saying. I'm not going to tell you that Walmart is going to be consumer friendly all of a sudden. That's not going to happen, right? But if they continue to try to compete with the digital price because they know the physical is going to be less likely to sell, then we'll see physical prices come down too. But we're going to see it on the retailer side instead of at the manufacturer side. So it's interesting. It's going to be an interesting dynamic, and we'll see how they continue to maneuver that as we move forward. Because I fully expect that the physical version of Pokemon Wind and Waves will be $80. I fully expect it, and I fully expect that the digital version will be $70. That is my anticipation for that game, because it's coming out in probably late next year, if I had to guess. And then on top of that, it is like their major IP. So I expect it's going to be more expensive to buy it physically than it is digitally, just like Star Fox is. But, you know, it is what it is. And again, I still believe that Nintendo will drop that price back down the second that the physical media stuff becomes cheaper to make. Or if more people start buying physical because they know that they want those people to buy their shit, right? Nintendo's not stupid. That was, Lemmy and I were just talking about that today. When you look at the top 5 individual best-selling games currently, right? Or not top 5, top 10, rather, top 10. You go through the list of the top 10 best individual selling games. So we're talking like not Grand Theft Auto as a series, but Grand Theft Auto 5 as an individual, using that example, right? The top 2 right off the rip, Minecraft, Tetris, right? Rip the band-aid off, those 2 top 5, or top 2. I think it's always Minecraft, but you could argue Tetris based on all the iterations that they release and etc. Like depending on what you view as individual game, doesn't really matter. Those 2 are number 1, number 2. You can put them 1A, 1B, right? Move them out to the side. In that top 10 list, there are 3 Nintendo games that are just single party, never been multi-platform, never been on PC, never been on PlayStation, never been on Microsoft, that are in the top 10 of all best-selling games of all time. Wii Sports, Mario Kart 8, and Super Mario Brothers. Those 3 are in the top 10 of best-selling individual games of all time. Nintendo knows that they have a loyal consumer base, and if they continue to do things like this, they will continue to do things that are consumer friendly. So I don't buy this whole like, well, Nintendo's coming after your wallet shit. I just don't buy it. It's just not gonna happen because they haven't done that historically over what, 40 plus years of them making video games. So I just don't believe it. I don't know how I got into this. But I'm not wrong. I just like, I tangented into this somehow where I was like, yeah, right. Yeah, I'm not trying to say that they're holier than thou, right? I'm just saying that you can't view them any differently than you do Valve, than you do Sony, than you do Microsoft, right? You just can't. You just can't. And to be honest with you, I still think that Sony and Microsoft are significantly worse than Nintendo. Significantly worse. They have been so predatory with the way that they've monetized their online services, with the way that they've monetized their actual like video games and how they've like locked them behind certain paywalls. So like you could get Call of Duty and you could buy it, or just pay $30 a month for Ultimate Game Pass and you'll get it on day 1. And you're just like, well, I'll just do that now and I'll play a couple games. No, the fuck you won't. No, you won't. You're gonna play one game over the course of that year. You're gonna give Microsoft $240 and you're just gonna be like, shit. Well, at least I get to spend 4 of those months with the new Call of Duty game. And that's all subscription services. It's Netflix, Disney Plus, all of them. It's not exclusive to video games. But like those 2 companies have been doing, and they've been doing this for a while now. This is not new. This is like decades plus of this. And like then you go over to Nintendo and you're just like, well, you need to have this online service. It costs $10, dude. Like for the family expansion pass, the one that gives you everything. You get all the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC, you get the Animal Crossing DLC, you get all of the online services, so the N64, the GameCube, the Game Boy Advance, you get all that. And the Family Pass, which has 8 spots on it, that gives you 8 full expansions. It's $10 per person, and that's for the most expensive one. And if you don't want the most expensive one, then I think the other one is $50 a year is what the total is. I forget exactly how much it is. I think it's 50 though, which means it's what, like $6 per person at most. It's like, come on, it's not even close. Yeah, it's not even close. Now, granted, the payoff for that is that their servers are not that great, so you take the good with the bad, but it is what it is. It functions. That's all that matters to me, at least. I don't care. But yeah, that's just my point. Like it's real easy to make that was how I got here. That was how I got here. The reason is because it's easy to make a title out there that says Nintendo is coming for you, or Valve is screwing you. Valve's or Gabe Newell's just trying to get more super yachts. Anything that'll sell, right? That'll get you to click on the article and like give them a little bit more money. These millionaires and these billionaires are eating us alive for our general like anger and just rage. And I implore anybody watching this, whether it's the VOD or here live, that if you see something like that and you genuinely don't care what their opinion is on it at all, don't click it. Just don't click it. Don't give them the money. Don't interact with it. Don't repost it. Don't share it. Don't like it. Don't do anything. Just move on. Just move on. Stop engaging with it. Because the second that it stops making these people money, that is immediately when it'll shift to something else. Because they want you clicking on their shit. That means content creators. That means business owners. They want you clicking on their stuff. And so if you're not clicking on it, they'll stop doing it. That's just the truth. You want James Charles to stop being on the internet? Stop engaging with his fucking post. He'll stop making content, I guarantee it. Because it's not going to be worth it. Yeah, NES, SNES, and Game Boy Classics is available for just the regular basic thing, yeah. Yeah, the random NSO game drops have been great. Yeah, it's been nice to play some of the games that I wouldn't have otherwise had a chance to play it, right? And we did that here on the channel too. We got to play the Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. We got to play Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap. I never got to play that. I want to play Golden Sun still. I've never gotten to play Golden Sun before. It's just, you know, it's those type of things are super, super cool, man. Super cool. Hi, Lily. Good to see you. Happy Saturday. Hope you're doing well. I agree 100%. 100%. Yeah, and now we get Donkey Kong next week. Yeah. Which is, oh, so sick. So sick. I'm so excited about that. Good to see that our autocomplete is still broken. Let me see if it's broken for OBS too. I don't even think it works in OBS's chat window. Hang on. Oh, it does work. It's got to be BTTV then. That's got to be the reason why it's failing. I think I might just send a report into them and see if they can figure out what's causing it. Because like when I tried to autocomplete a smiley face there, it worked just fine. So it's got to be a BTTV thing. Yeah, it's still working. Yeah, it's got to be BTTV then. Yeah, I agree, Larry. I agree 100%. 100%. Well, and that's the common concern too, right? With digital content in general, it's just like, oh, well, they could sweep the rug under you immediately and like take it away from. Listen, the primary audience that consumes the content on those platforms is digital. Whether we believe it or not, those are facts. Like it's 80+%. It is a super majority of people who buy video games buy them digitally now. That's a fact. If they go through and screw people over on digital games or digital titles, and they like take away the trust of those consumers, that is, I promise you, will be a last resort for that company. They will be going under before they make that move. They will not do that to people because it will ruin their business, or it will ruin the trust with their consumer base. These are business people. They are not stupid. They want your money. They are not going to fuck you over for a couple extra bucks. I promise you that. Especially not Microsoft, who is already making billions and trillions of dollars a year. And then Nintendo isn't even as successful as Sony or Microsoft, and they would never do that to their consumer base. Now they may shut down the payment processors for those like consoles and stuff, and you may not be able to purchase games on those consoles anymore, things like the 3DS and such, right? Because it costs money to maintain those card subscription services. And so I get that portion of it, or card processing, not card subscription, sorry. So like I get that portion of it, but you still have access to all the digital games that you ever purchased. You can still download them from the store whenever you want. Like you still have those things, those options to you, right? And even the PlayStation 3 is an example. They closed the card processor for that, but you can still add funds to your Sony account and buy games off the PlayStation 3 store. You just can't use your money. You can't use the card on that site anymore, or on that platform anymore. That's all it is. Yeah, sorry, we've got a person that loves to rev their engine right below my office here, so you're gonna hear some for like, you know, I don't know. I guess it depends on how they're feeling today. Yeah. So eventually we will see things like, you know, like Anthem getting shut down completely, that type of thing. And that's because that's what people will point to, right? They'll point to that and say like, this is the example that they're going to do this to you. And like pointing to a live service game and saying that that's like a good example of them shutting down a game and you never getting access to it is not a good example. Now, if you only play live service games, then it's a great example for you in particular, right? But I bought Castlevania Symphony of the Night on my PlayStation 3 digitally. They're not going to stop me from playing that game. I paid for it. I have the digital license. They'll let me have it. Now, again, yes, it's phrased in the contract, and yes, they can do that. I promise you, if they do that, it will be the last resort. Because they will lose all trust from their consumer base. It's just not going to happen. Yeah, absolutely. Why shouldn't you? Right? I've got a Vita and a PSP. That's like, why wouldn't I go back and play some of the old games on there, right? You should. It's a good reason to have it. It's a shame. I wish the handheld for PlayStation worked out better. It's a shame. But yeah, that's that anyway. All that to wrap up the social media post point with the bow, right? The truth is that as long as we continue to engage, and I'm saying we as in the society in general, not we as in the people here. But if we continue to engage with negative posts on social media, it will continue to thrive. And that's just, it is what it is. That's just how it's going to be. So hopefully people start, wising up as they get older, because obviously a majority of our active online user base right now is between the ages of, like, we'll say 15 to 38. I think it's probably fair. Is like a majority of the people on the internet right now that are consuming online media. And the second that those people stop, and especially the majority of them, which was probably between 15 and 27, the second they stop consuming and interacting and engaging with those posts, the second that we'll see a shift. So hopefully we see it sooner rather than later. Hopefully we see some more positivity and some more optimism out there. But yeah. In the short term, it's probably going to stay the same for a little while yet, and that's okay. It is what it is. Again, all we can do is all we can control is what we can control within our own circles, right? So we just need to do the best that we can to not engage with the stuff, to help our algorithms not be part of those, negativity feedback loops, and just sit back and enjoy the stuff that we like and engage with the stuff that we like and boost the stuff that we like. That is what it is. Yeah, no, I agree. Exactly. Yep. Exactly. We control our own piece. Exactly. And that's the point, right? Next week is going to be a perfect example, right? Because I'm going to have multiple reaction videos up here on YouTube, where I'll stream them either here on YouTube or over on Twitch, because we've got official co-streams on Twitch. I'll actually talk about that before we move on to Dragon Quest. But we've got a couple official co-streams next week where I'll be on Twitch officially co-streaming some of these video game events. And I'm just going to be excited to see new and exciting video games and updates for video games that I'm excited about. And there will inevitably be somebody in the comment section or some type of video that's just like, this got a C because there wasn't XYZ, and I can't believe we didn't see Requiem DLC, or I can't believe we're still haven't seen a trailer for GTA 6. Like, dog, please, I'm begging you, go outside. It's not that bad. It's not that deep. It's fine. If it wasn't for you, that's okay. There's so many shows next week between State of Play, the Xbox Showcase, Wholesome Direct, the full Summer Game Fest. There's so many things going on this week. And I was talking about this offline. Oh no, I was actually during gaming last night too. I don't know if anybody else has noticed that throughout this week, there have been so many things announced and confirmed and shown, and trailers and things that I would never have expected to see the week before the big week of video game conferences. So we got a notice about Witcher 3 DLC. We got Modern Warfare 4 release. We got the Donkey Kong 64 on NSO drop, which would have made for a great shadow drop on the for a Nintendo Direct. The list is kind of long right now. And so I had said, we got all that stuff announced this week, and new Dragon Quest announced, right? Yeah. And it's just all this stuff got announced. What the fuck are they announcing next week? Because these are not small studios, by the way. These are big studios. This is Nintendo, CD Projekt Red. These are massive studios. And it's just and Square Enix, right? What the hell are they announcing this week coming up, that they did not want to have to compete with? That's where my brain's at. And although I go into these showcases really relatively mild-mannered, I would be pretty surprised if we don't see something massive next week that is something that none of us expected or none of us saw coming. Which is exciting. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. Sonic Mania 2, yep, you're right. Everyone should be scared of the blue blur. Everyone should be scared of the blue blur. But yeah, the State of Play has the potential to be massive. And honestly, it seems pretty easy to presume that Sony is going to be all in on GTA 6. Even though it is not a console exclusive, I promise you I'm not the only person who thought it was. There will be people that it will primarily sell on the PlayStation 5. Primarily. Unless Xbox does something wild with their marketing over the next, call it 6 months, right before it comes out. But yeah, between that and Wolverine, and then if Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 is PS5 exclusive for a time period, you're talking 3 massive releases that are going to be coming out within like 2 quarters of business for Sony. So like, it's pretty easy to see that there's going to be some like pretty big announcements at this State of Play. Even if it's not what we expect, we should expect to see something pretty big from the State of Play. And then everything else, I'm kind of in cruise control right now with the Summer Games Fest in particular, which normally isn't anything super crazy, but just some fun announcements. And then the Xbox show has been, at least the last bit, has been really good. So I expect the Xbox show to continue that trend. I don't think Part 3 will be exclusive either, but like if it had a timed exclusivity with PlayStation because of the way that they've had the exclusivity with the previous games, it wouldn't shock me. But I tend to lean like 55-45 that it will be a multi-console launch. Like actually at launch, it'll be multi-console. But I have enough reason, and there's enough evidence to reasonably doubt that happens. Yeah, over an hour is wild. Yeah, I expect that we'll probably see about 10 to 15 minutes of Wolverine, because I think that was about the same that we saw from Marvel Tokon the last time we had the big State of Play, because they showed Marvel Tokon and then we had like the full like, you know, dev interviews, and then they showcased some of the gameplay and stuff. I think that like 10 to 15 minutes is pretty fair for Wolverine, but that means that there's 50 minutes of not Wolverine, but we'll see. Yeah, and that's totally fair, Larry. There's an equal parts chance that, I guess it's a you're either right or you're wrong. But yeah, like that's the thing, right? It's possible that they could like show up at a State of Play. It's possible that Rockstar could start their own announcement tour, and maybe they do it at the end of this quarter, so that way they can spend all of They'd be Q2, right, for game studios? Yeah, Q2. They can spend all of Q2 just marketing for the release, right? Which would make sense. So, yeah, definitely makes sense. And the new Naughty Dog, yeah, Interstellar, I think it's called. But yeah, that's another one that they could show. And I think that one is PlayStation exclusive, so that's another one that we could see. So there's definitely a lot of stuff that could show up here. Saros DLC is possible at this event, because Saros has been out for, I think, about a month now. Just about a month. So like that's a possibility. We could hear some like early rumblings about that. We could see it. I mean, I don't think we will, but there could be a Requiem DLC showcase here where they just announce what it's going to be, or they give us a little like 15-second teaser trailer. That's a probability, right? Yeah. That's kind of what I was thinking too. Right at the end of this first Q1 and then the start of Q2. That makes sense. Right, that makes sense, because then it gets investors excited, right? At the end of that quarter, you start doing the quarterly reports and you talk about how you're ramping up marketing. We've seen an uptick in pre-orders, and then, you know, investments start flying through. Yeah. I swear to God, it's a damn shame I am not like a professional in some business somewhere. I have all of this experience, all of this knowledge, and all of this like know-how with the jack of all trades like toolkit that I have in my hands, where I could like definitely change a business for the better, and no one wants to hire me. It's so annoying. I sit here just speaking out truths on Twitch and YouTube instead. Wild, man. No offense. I appreciate y'all listening to me ramble, but yeah, for sure. Yeah, I hope no one leaks anything either, Lily. I'm so over leaks. I'll be honest with you. I've been over leaks for a while. Like I think I probably was one of the earlier ones on the train. Not to be, you know, like a what's the term? Hipster? Is that the word? Hipster? Not to be a hipster about it, but like I was pretty early on the I hate leaks train. But like, man, I can't stand when people try to like purposefully try to dig to try to get crumbs of somebody's creative works. Just let them cook the thing and let them give it to us when it's done, right? I don't need you putting your hand into the cookie dough before I've cooked it, right? I don't need you to figure out what the cookie tastes like. Just taste the fucking cookie when it's done. Keep your hands out of my fucking jar, dude. God. Jeez. But yeah, so hopefully we get to see some fun new stuff. But we've had, like, this is another great year so far for games, right? We've had another great year so far. And there have been, like, multiple titles that you could probably, like, not that we care about Game of the Year here, right? But we have multiple titles that could absolutely be nominated for Game of the Year already. And we're not even halfway through the year yet. It's crazy. In a year where we're still expecting, like, a brand new Call of Duty game that could be very good. We don't know. We've got, like, GTA 6. We've got the Wolverine game. There's that Duskblood games that's supposed to come out this year. I mean, there's a lot, like a lot, that's still yet to come out. And God forbid any of them are also just as good as what we've seen so far. Yeah, Pragmata, I will admit, after watching Lily and Jem play it all the way through and having my playthrough started, I will tell you that I will probably have Pragmata pretty high on my list for this year. Like, I'm fully expecting to 100% that game. Which, for folks that don't know, I don't really do. So, getting a platinum trophy is usually not in my toolkit. It's not something I typically do. So, but I'm very excited about Pragmata, and it's very fun. Very fun. I will admit that I think playing Returnal made me appreciate Pragmata a lot more, because their gameplay styles and their like combat styles are very similar. Very, very similar. But the hacking mechanic gives it like a breath of fresh air, and it's very fun. It's less bullet helly than Returnal was. Returnal was a lot more bullet hell and a lot more like roguelike in that sense, where, you know, it's not that Pragmata is not roguelike, but it's not in the sense that like Returnal was. You know what I mean? Like, there's still like permanent upgrades you can make, and you don't lose your materials when you die, and like it's not a Souls game, right? But the combat loop and the gameplay loop is very, very satisfying. Very, very satisfying. And I think that anybody that enjoyed Returnal, or vice versa, if you enjoyed Pragmata, you would like the other game as well. I'm pretty confident. Returnal was just loads of fun. So fun. And even, like, I went back and played that game solo for a while, and that game was super fun, man. Super fun. But yeah, so just a real quick announcement too for the folks that are, you know, watching the VOD as well. I think most of the folks here already know, but next week we will be doing reaction content. So we'll have some reaction videos showing up over the next week on YouTube. So if you are subscribed and you're subscribed with notifications and you don't like seeing a bunch of notifications for a bunch of shorts and reaction videos and stuff like that show up, now's a great time to maybe just put those on mute. It is the season. It's going to happen. There's going to be a lot of reaction stuff going on. There'll be stuff I post on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, not Instagram, Twitch, here on YouTube, short and long form, right? So if that's not your cup of tea, just as a heads up, it is coming. So I will have all of the VODs here as usual. So if I stream it on Twitch, I will have it here on YouTube. And then if I stream it here on YouTube, it'll just be over on the live channel, I think. We'll see. I tend to local record my reaction content like I do with most of my like Final Fantasy videos, because I get worried about the bit rate and things not looking quite as good. And when I local record it, it looks a lot better. So I'll check the quality of the live stream after the fact if I record one of the reaction videos here on YouTube. And that way, if the quality is not what I want it to be, I will just hide the live stream and re-upload it as a VOD instead. But we'll see. And then for the Ever Crisis folks, for the folks that might be lurking or might be checking out our live stream from the Ever Crisis community, I am planning on doing a build guide for the escalation challenge that's going to include featured weapons, is the hope. I'm going to try to use all featured weapons and hopefully have some sub weapon options that are going to be more reasonable for players that have just started within the last 6 months. I don't know how much it's going to help. I don't know if it's actually going to be possible, but I'm at least going to try. And then if it doesn't work, I think I'll still upload the video anyways and kind of explain, you know, why the limited weapons are so important, why investing in like damage weapons and support weapons are relevant, etc. I am planning on doing a video like that, but it's all going to depend on how my body holds up, how we handle all that and all that fun stuff. So last note that I'll make, because I did go off on kind of a tangent, we'll talk about the MRI results really quick. Did go to the follow-up appointment yesterday morning. And the MRI's results concluded that I am not in any immediate danger. I do not have tears. I do not need surgery, and that something is wrong, but we don't know exactly what it is. So now I have to go back to my primary care provider to try to figure out what the next steps are, because obviously we didn't see anything conclusive. There's nothing surgery related. There's no like immediate flag to say that there's something that we have to do or must do. which is good and bad news. The good news is that nothing serious is happening, so there's no, like, I'm not in danger of dying or losing my arm or something silly like that, right? Like, nothing sincerely serious. But we still don't know what the answer is, so I still have to go back to the primary care provider, figure out exactly what's going on, try to figure out what the next steps are. And then, to be honest with you, we don't know exactly what that's going to be yet. So for the time being, we're just going to continue to keep making content as much as we can, which will likely include mostly recorded content over the next month, outside of, like, you know, reaction content and stuff like that. Because if I do get sore or if something bad happens while I'm recording, I can just, you know, stop the recording, get up, go stretch, take a break, and then come back and do some more recording. And then I'll try to do some more streaming as I, you know, continue to feel more comfortable, as I'm able to do more, you know, in the chair. Because the hope is I'd prefer, because, like, as much as I like the yapper, I'd like to get the camera back on, because I think that interaction is a little bit more, like, sincere, I suppose, for my content. So I'd like to get the camera back on, and obviously I'd like to be comfortable, because I don't want to, like, be sitting here wincing and people seeing it on camera, which is the reason why I haven't been on camera. But I'd like to get back to that, and then I have to decide whether or not I actually want you guys to see how long my hair is. So I've gotten to the point where it's not quite as long as Nick Cage and Con Air, and I do not have a widow's peak like he did. Like, my hairline is much better than his was at his age, whatever age he was in Con Air. But, like, that's the best comp I have for my hair right now, and so it's definitely a lot longer than it's ever been in my life. So I haven't decided what to do with it just yet, but it seems like folks like it enough that I've just kind of let it go and just, you know, take care of it. And it's healthy enough that it kind of just flows in the wind, so I just kind of let it be. And as long as as long as my hat's fit, I really don't care at the end of the day. But yeah, so that's another thing that I have to decide, probably before Tuesday, when we have to do the first reaction video. Yeah, my beard's not that bad, because once my beard gets long enough, it gets too warm in the summer anyways. So I just, like, I can actually, yeah. Yeah, not quite as well as, that's Liv Morgan, right? Not quite as well as her, but yeah. What I'll do is I'll make one of those TikToks and I'll just put, like, the fan underneath and just, like, or maybe I'll just recreate that clip. You know the one. Oh, God. Oh, that's right. I forgot I was going to make a 6-7 meme out of something that you did on stream. I'll make a note to make sure I don't miss that again. I forgot about that. There we go. Okay. I won't forget again. Nope. Too late. Too late. I already remembered. It's too late. Let's see. Where are you, Dragon Quest? Obviously, we're not going to be able to get a ton done today, but we'll at least get to play for a little bit. We can keep talking while I'm playing, too. Where did I put this? I'll just open it from Steam. It's easier. It's easier this way. All right. What did we do when we last played? I should have double checked the VOD to make sure that I had a good handle on what we did last. We entered a new city. We defeated a golem. We found another sigil. I remember that. Ooh. I'm lagging a little bit. While it's compiling shaders. Am I still lagging? Nope. Just during that. That was weird. I've been having some issues with my graphics card lately that I'm, like, knock on wood, hoping doesn't become permanent problems. But, like, it's been struggling the last few months. I love this game, dude. This game is so fun. This game is so fun. Yeah, I remember it happened with Lily too when she was playing. So I remember it was definitely a problem. I would imagine that Dragon Quest 1 is not as much of a graphically intense game, but I suppose I don't know the answer. I suppose I don't know the answer. All right, so gather the items required to make the remaining sigils and head for the Weeping Isle and help the priest. Okay, so yeah, so that's what we were doing. So we had gotten a couple of the sigils done. I think we're only missing the one now, which is where that circle is at. But there are some places that I have not gone to yet. that I would like to try to make our rounds to. So like down here in the south at the Cave of the Dwarves, I don't think we've been to the far south there, that continent, that little like island in the bottom there. So I think I'd like to go there first. And then maybe I'll like fast travel back to this area. We'll go to the northeast and go to this last spot. But like we still haven't found the blue key yet, which is an issue. I haven't found a couple of things is my point. So I'd like to like explore around a little bit today. And then we'll go back to main stuff a while after. Yeah, I updated my GPU drivers when I was having issues recording locally with Ever Crisis. So that was only 10 days ago. So really recently, like really recently. Yeah, because I thought that was the problem back then, and it was not. Turns out it was OBS doing OBS things. Oh, I'm gonna have to go all the way back out of here. Oh. Are there doors I can unlock here that I haven't done? Let's do Holy Protection to start, and then let's do the Nose for Treasure. I haven't been up here. There's no way. There's 6 treasure chests, and I haven't gotten any of them? I recall coming through this area before, though. Maybe it was... Oh, I see. No. I remember now. Never mind. It's, the doors were locked and I couldn't get through, right? Yeah. Yeah, there were doors that were locked and I couldn't get through. Oh, look at that. It's a ruby wristband. The hell? Didn't I learn this before? Oh, right. We tried to do Damdara and I got my ass kicked. That's what we last left off on. I remember now. Okay, never mind. Ruby wristband. Peep. Doesn't have any special effects. Doesn't appear to be cursed. Been sold for $8.20. Stiffens the wearer's defensive resolve. All of these have been, at least lately, these equipments have not been so much better. So like it's only been like 5 defense or something crazy. Ruby wristband. I apologize. It's not 5 defense. It's 8 defense. 8 defense. Still not that good. I think I'm fine. Keep it moving. Okay, so there's only 2 places to go from here. And it's either left or right. And then it would take us back downstairs. Takes us up to that way. And then going back down that staircase would lead us back to here again, right? It's just a loop. So we go right then. And then down? Yes, down. Okay, and now from here, we can check those 2 locked doors and see if we can open them. Oh, hi. Cave is dwelling place of dwarves, human. What business hast thou here? Just vibing, you know? I don't want that to go off because I don't really want to fight anything right now. Yeah, we're just vibing. We're just chilling. I'm guessing I checked up here, but just to be on the safe side, we'll go up here and check anyways. Nothing, just a cave in. Okay. That is sprinting, okay. Back off to the right, another cave in. Okay, and then we'll check this door. Does open, okay. And we definitely haven't been in here because the door was locked on the map, so we have not been here. Got a chimera wing. Got some medicinal herbs. Some herb. Nothing else crazy. Gotta check down the stairs. Okay, so now we have this whole huge section here. I imagine this is where most of the treasures that we missed are going to be. Oop. Oh, I was holy protection wearing off. Okay. Let's go to the left first because there's no door over here. Some barrels. 10-ton toupee. A fur vest. And an oaken club. Oaken club. Barely rudimentary, but it gets the job done. Not for me, it doesn't. 10-ton toupee is probably an accessory. Constantly confusing the user and deciding that defending is the only option open to them. Let's not do that one. What a momento. Sorry about that. All right. And then what was the other thing we got? That was a fur vest. Warm little number that reduces damage from fire and ice attacks. Oh, okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's only 14 defense less, but if we find ourselves under the fire and ice a lot, maybe we switch to the fur vest for those fights. Sick. Okay, great. All right, let's check up here. Nothing? Really? Well, whatever. Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you. They probably told me that at one point and I forgot. This playthrough has been like spread out over months. But we can't go up there. Okay, I think that's pretty much it in this area, right? So we go back upstairs then? Oh, this is a different staircase here. Okay, cool. Canst thou not see that I'm about my work? Away with thee! Away! No. Anyway. Aha. Oh! My bad. My bad. I was just trying to peep it and I pressed the wrong button and then just mashed and then I escaped and anyway, here we go. I think that's the first time I've ever used that spell. Ooh, an ice shield. So Tempest protects against explosion spells, and then Ice Shield protects against fiery spells. Okay, cool. I think at this point, that's probably not as good as like the Dragon Shield, which does fire and ice. Oh, I guess it's only fire and ice breath attacks, eh? Interesting. Okay, cool. Well, still a treasure chest nonetheless. All right, nose for treasure. Still 3 treasures on this level, okay. I imagine they're gonna be behind that last locked door, so we'll just go over that way first and see what we've got. At this point, it seems like most of these treasures are not necessarily useless, but less useful, right? How many are on this level? 3 on this level too. Okay. Ah, this one needs the blue key, huh? Okay. So another area that needs the blue key. Is it blue? No, green key, sorry, not blue. I have blue, green. And we've not seen anything that would imply that we're close to getting a green key either. Okay. And then let's go to the left. I should probably do Holy Protection again so we don't have to fight anything. Everything's lower level than us right now anyways. It's called the ultimate key. Gotcha. Oh. This is probably not a good sign. Okay. I love that it's almost done. I love that I lowered its attack and it still did the same amount of damage. Of course.
More heal.
Interesting. I wonder if we're not supposed to be here. Hmm. There we go. I'm not worried about it. Worst case scenario, we'll just, you know, load the game. Treevil!
Much better.
Okay, let's do wild side.
Much better. I shall rend thee asunder. I shall rend thee asunder. Not today.
Not today! AMP. Nice. I imagine just fire on this, yeah. Yeah. I wonder if the spell is better. Oh. That was rude. Put dodgy dance back on. Ow.
Thou shalt not escape.
Let's put wild side back on. Maybe that might be greedy. It's greedy.
Thou shalt not escape.
It's okay. He misses every time. Oh, never mind. I'm faster.
More heal.
Yeah. Tough fight. It's okay that I leveled up. 6 strength. 11 HP too. Wow. Man, my resilience is terrible. Falcon slash. That sounds cool. Falcon slash. Double slicing attack faster than a falcon on the wing. Cool. Just a short line. Oh, they're too stunned to move, eh? Oh! That's cool. So it attacks once before the enemy can block, and then the second slice comes through if they didn't block. That's a neat attack.
I shall rend thee asunder. I shall rend thee asunder.
Lots of gold here too. 540 is a lot. Oh, is it? We probably want to go normal stuff here at Dodgy Dance.
Thou shalt not escape.
Wild side.
Much better.
Maybe muster strength too. There we go. Right. Then flame slash. Nice. Okay, those were way better. Those went way better. Yeah, as much work as Holy Protection was doing. Sanctum. If thou art of the blood of Erdrick, the one true hero, thou must surely possess proof of thy birth, right? Then be gone. Oh. Not supposed to be here yet. Who could have guessed that? The Sage of Rainbows, huh? Pretty water effects. Is a treasure here? Where? Maybe it's the treasure. Oh, nope. It's a mini medal. How about that? That was it. Cool. How many mini medals do we have? 18. I think we need 20, right? For the next one. 19 or 20, I forget. All right, well, at minimum, we'll at least be able to fast travel here. So that's nice. Okay, so is there anywhere else that I want to go to right now? Probably not. Probably not. Let's go ahead and zoom. We'll zoom back to the Monarch of Metals. We'll heal here. We'll save here, and then we'll go to the last marker, the next marker rather. That's the safe guy. Items, bed, bed. Okay. And then we can't, oh, I can buy this sword now. It's only 8 points stronger than the one we're having, or the one we have right now. But it's stronger against the dragon types. The Siren Sword is a usable one, right? When used as an item in battle, yeah. I'll save my money for now. All right. Now we'll put Holy Protection back on and we'll head to the northeast. Yep. I wish there was a way to make the mini-map a bit bigger. Instead of having to open up the map. Yeah, cheers, Chelsea. I appreciate the lurk. Hope you're feeling well this morning, or this afternoon, rather. I appreciate you popping by. And we've made it. All right, so now... Doesn't look like there's any real reason to go to the left at all. I don't see anything shiny or anything up there. So we should be good to just progress on. Well, that just simply won't do. Then we just go up, and then... Oh, that's easy. Okay. Ooh. Well, that looks menacing. Can you notice for treasure out here? I don't think so. Alrighty, here we go. Welcome to the Weeping Isle. Alright. Only one staircase on this floor. 6 treasures. That means we're gonna have to check all of the wrong ways first. Ooh, interesting. Don't have to worry about holy protection anymore. What are we fighting against? Hey, Adra. Gross. Let's just do normal stuff here.
Not today.
Oh, it's exclusive to the remake. Nice. That's fun. Oh, didn't mean to do that.
Much better.
Wild side.
Not today.
And then let's start using some stuff here. So let's start with flame. Oh, these are pretty weak. I don't have to go through all this. Let's try lightning. Yep, lightning. Got it. Cool. Extract. I don't even know why I'm bothering to peep on these treasure chests anyway. If it's booby trapped, I'm still gonna open it. Ay. All right, I'm gonna assume Gust here. Yep. Regular attack. Oh man, it's so nice to fight things around our level. This is great. Looks like we might have multiple ways to go here. Let's go down first. Bunch of musk. There's something on the floor here. Let's see. So we'll go to the mini demon first. Ow. Holy hell.
More heal. Re-heal. Fizzle.
Heck. Okay. Let's just do Falcon Slash. Oh, it said blank, not block. Oh, okay, it's almost done. Suit of zombie mail. I think I've gotten zombie mail before, haven't I? Saps the user's HP with every step they take. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. That's my fault. I'm sorry. I was trying to peep it. I was in the wrong menu. It's fine. I don't remember where the dude is to get it off though. Is it Tantagel? That wasn't this room. It's the next one. Okay. There we go. Okay. Anyways. What does it even do besides just what? I guess it doesn't have any other real effects though. This is the N. N is bottom left. Okay, so let's go back to the place. No need to use holy protection because we're going to fight things anyway. And we can just head right back down there. I imagine lightning? Still better with the actual abilities versus the spells. Oh, maybe not here. Go slash. Ow. $609 experience is pretty good. I don't have to worry about that. Anything on the floor up here? Lightning for these guys? Okay. Nothing. I'm faster this time?
Not today.
Never mind, you guys. Well said. Nice. Don't have to nearly go through that much, just wild side and hit it twice. Another mini medal, nice. There's how many more on this? 2. I imagine it's gonna be in those other 2 areas. Or 3, yeah, there's another area down there too. All right, sick. All right, downstairs we go. Or upstairs, rather. Okay, lightning slash. What? What? What are you yelling about? Let's see how many are on this floor. What? You can come up here if you want. 12. Holy shit. Come on. You wanna come up here? Come on. Well, now what are you doing? Okay. Just knock shit over then. Yeah, step on my keyboard too. Anything else you want? Mm-hmm. What's your game plan? What are you doing? Yeah. Just lay down. Nope, just gonna flap your tail on the mic, huh? Anything else you want to do? Hmm? Go. All right. Anything on the floor here? Nope. Try to be a bit more careful here since there's 12 treasures on this floor. Okay. Hey, can you not hit that button? Take the gargoyle out first since we know what it's weak to. I'm paralyzed, that's not good. paralyze me again, please?
Today. Ha. Oh.
Thinking ice? Nope.
Not today.
Well, certainly not electric. That would be weird. Let's do fire.
Scissor.
No. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
More heal.
Heal one more time. Stop that. Stop that right now. Thank you. Jesus. That was spooky. Alright, so I've got some items here that can heal me better, right? All about an MP. Oh, I've got all these seeds still too. Oh, this one's 100. This is fine. And then we'll do one of the medicinal herbs. That should finish it off. At least good enough. Oh, treasure chest. Good amount of gold. And all this stuff hiding on the floor. Lightning slash.
Not today.
Not today.
Ha.
Alright, I'm satisfied. Move on. Ooh, cutscene? Where are the other relics of which thou spoke? Thou wilt tell me. I will not. Though you kill me, my lips shall remain sealed. Ah! Intransigent? Intransigent? I think I said that right. Worm! Stubborn fool! Ah! So that looked like a dragon to me. Maybe I should buy that dragon sword after all, huh? Thoughts? Do I need to heal again? No. Ow. Nice. Okay. Be good. Wow, that's a huge defense buff. Oh. Watch, it's got like 2 HP left. Gonna need a level here soon. I don't know if I'm gonna get it. Oh, I don't even know if I can see it. Just a coagulant. Okay. There we go. I see. Okay. Good opportunity to see what this enemy's weak to too, right? It looks like it might have the same creature type as the big guy. I wonder. Oh, I see. I have to have it on my person, duh. Oh, weak to Gust. Dragon Slash, yeah, that makes sense. Yep. No. Okay. Go to the right first. Heed me, thou rock-headed dotard. Dotard. Shouldst thou choose to not speak, others will be made to suffer and to die. Chief among them this exquisite specimen, whom we did bring back as a prize from fair Damdara. But how? Thy face is suddenly suppressing pale, sir. It is just as my master said. You humans are cursed to care for one another, and therein lies your greatest weakness. Now spill the proverbial beans. The relics of thy precious hero, where are they to be found? Wait, not this, anything but this. Not the proverbial beans. I see they're just like, hey, he's this way. Nope. Can't fool me. I hit the wrong one. Heck. Die anyway. Let's go. Level up, please. Nope. Another mini medal. Probably have to heal here. Let's use one prayer ring. Oh, it didn't break. Sick. Go right first, I suppose. I hate that there's stuff on the ground. Ow. That's helpful. 12 HP, 4 strength, still 1 defense, man. 8 agility, 7 stamina, 6 wisdom, and 6 luck. Nothing on the ground. Okay. Could try holy protection now. Maybe that level was enough. Nope. Okay. Let's go ahead and just mid-heal. I'm not gonna bother. You're regular healed there, but lazy. Okay, so we can go 2 ways here. Let's go up here first and see what we've got looking at us first. The other way is the way we're supposed to go, for sure. Okay, let's go this way first.
Not today.
How much is Zap versus 3? And then Lightning Slash is 4. Yeah, just do Lightning Slash. Just to make sure it dies. And then these guys, we just have the Falcon Slash and they go down immediately. Well, unless it misses. Ow. Hit the wrong one. Somehow. Nice. Maybe this was the right way. I guess I will see as soon as we walk up here, right? Nope. Sick. Do 2 Miracle Slashes to heal back up a bit. And never mind, I'll mash and hit attack by mistake. A crack scroll, let's go. Didn't have the right key for that. Thorn Whip. Jeepers Creepers. Magic Water. Let's check the Thorn Whip. Thorny Thong can hit a whole bunch of baddies at once. Cool. Thanks to Stardust. So that's the item that we need for the fairies then. And then obviously that's where the dude's at. Okay. I'm tempted to just leave and go get that new sword and return the mini medals and give this thing back to the fairies. And then just come back and finish this last bit. Because we don't really have, there's really no, outside of time, right? There's really no reason not to. So let's just do it real quick. So we'll go to the Citadel first. We'll buy the Dragonbane's Claws. Cool. Oh, was I trying to get the Dragon Mail before? Well, it's too late. We'll go back and get the Dragon Mail later. Okay, and then let's go ahead and turn in the mini medals. For delivering 20, we get a Banishing Bell. Did that number reach 25? A Scourge Whip shall be thine. Cool. But what is a Banishing Bell? I think it's Banishing Bell. Curious spell that makes its bearer less likely to be affected by all manner of ailments. That seems really strong. Cool. Let's do that immediately then. Let's see. Pirate King's Pendant. What does this do? Sure to bring the booty rolling in, and then this one makes plus wisdom. Got it. Okay, so where is Banishing Bell? Okay, so this just gives us, so no defensive boost. It's just a, yeah, it's just a status condition blocker. I think I'm fine with losing a little bit of wisdom, right? To just not have some status effects on. I'm fine with that. All right, sec. Let's save quick. Okay, and then we zoom to the fairy village. Pulls out the Stardust. See what you got. Maybe this will give us a little bit of boost for this next fight. Nice. Is that another sigil? Yes, and it's all sort of energetic and optimistic and twinkly. It must be the star sigil. Nice work, Gary. Here you go. You got the star sigil. Got an achievement for getting all 5 sigils. Simply having sigils in your possession can grant you all sorts of special effects. Star sigil causes characters to recover a certain amount of MP when they defend in battle. Okay. That's neat. Probably nothing crazy, though. All right, so back to the Weeping Isle. And obviously, we'll have to fight some stuff here, too, but it is what it is. Let's try... I guess I'll try Holy Protection again. I doubt it, though. And now we can just head straight for the boss. There's one more treasure here. It drives me nuts, man, because it's probably something that's just sitting on the floor somewhere. Nice. Oh. I even put on the thing that makes me less susceptible to status ailments, and you're going to immediately paralyze me and kill me. Watch. Unbelievable.
Much better.
Are we sure this decreases the amount of status conditions I get? Oh, jeez.
Not today. Not today.
What are you yelling at me for? What?
I shall rend thee asunder.
You need to pick a struggle, dude. And off he goes. Oh, I was like 2 steps away. Okay. And then down to the right. We're gonna have to heal first. Lucky. Ow.
Not today.
Okay, then back up. And then down and to the left. might get cracked too. Oh, they're not weak to the ice though. Okay. Level up? Nope. Alright, left. And then we just go up at the first turn, right? No, it's up at the second one. Yes? Yes, up at the second one. Yes. Demon. No. Heck. Oh boy, magic water. Or once. Okay. Guessing nothing here, but we'll check just in case. Okay, now we have to peruse around a little bit just to make sure there's not any treasures hiding here. These ones are pretty easy. You should just be able to gust slash this twice. Or once even. Yeah. Miracle slash for healing. Nothing. Okay. Other corner. Nothing hiding. Nothing on the floor. Okay. I do wish there was an item that just lets you see that there were items on the floor. I imagine there might be something later in the game if there's anything at all, but it would be nice to have that. Nice crit. Oh, level, huh? Did I go down here? Up we go. These guys are weak to lightning. Probably a little greedy not to heal here. Need a magic, nice. How many treasures are on this level? 9? Lightning slash. We got 9 MP left, so hopefully we level up here soon. Of course it lived. Nope. Nothing. Alrighty, well, it looks like we're gonna have to use some items then. Maybe we get into one more fight and just try to level up from this. Maybe we're close. Do 2 regular attacks. Perhaps. Nope. Okay. Alright, so let's start with let's do all of our seeds first, because I haven't used these yet. Okay. And then these are all just offensive items. We can heal using this, but I think our health is probably fine. We can just use one of the medicinal herbs again. Fine. Then we'll just do the magic waters. Good enough. Alrighty, let's do it.
So that is where the ultimate key is to be found.
Ah, I see.
Mine own end of the bargain is fulfilled. Now free my son, curse thee!
Thou speakest of bargains. I remember no such thing. Our orders are to kill all humans.
Who could have seen that coming?
Humans included.
Thou faithless scoundrel!
There is no need for that. But for thine insolence,
Oh, I forgot to put the dragon shield on my character. Oops.
Please, no!
Oh.
Who sees this? Come fly, come fry, come one and all. We must see that this worm burns.
You can try, my friend. That's a lot. I guess I should have, I messed up. It's probably too late now.
Much better.
Yeah, okay, we'll just restart. Honestly, I'd like to restart from the checkpoint just to put that that shield on. $15:10. That was 4 minutes ago. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, it stayed saved right before I used items. Great. Okay, and then instead of the Tempest Shield, we'll do the Dragon Shield. And I did have another zombie mail. I was right. I knew I'd seen that before. Maybe we switch to the Fur Vest too? Might be overkill though. Yeah, it's probably overkill. Let's stick with this. Okay. And then, are there any other items that I want to have for this? Nah, we're probably fine. Well, good to know that these seeds are RNG. Imagine it's like soft or like saves coming for a good roll on the seeds. We will not be doing that. All right, here we go. Swallowtail Boomerang? I have no idea. That would be a pretty good idea too, you know, using a boomerang for this fight. Unlucky. Yep. Let's see. I did. Oh, and it's a fly. Yeah, that would make sense. Okay, we'll try that. And then Dragon Shield. Dragon Shield. Let me see what this actually does. Oh god, yeah, that's more than enough.
Not
Watch me die because I missed two. Yep. Nope. Oh, jeez. Just hit him. Thank you. Still no level.
A resounding defeat. But I have an ultimate key to find. Apologies, but I have places to be.
I get the feeling we're gonna see each other sooner rather than later, dickhead. Heal him?
Father, no! Forgive me, Father. 'Tis my fault. 'Tis all my fault. There is naught to forgive. That thou yet livest is all that I could have wished for and more. Thou hast my thanks for coming to our aid, friend. Thou art surely the hero we have awaited.
Can you tell me where the thing is?
And now, 'tis my turn to apologize. The relics of mighty Erdrick that were entrusted to our care, the fiends now have them.
Of course they do.
Thou art kind indeed. I pray only that thou might deliver us from evil at last. Father? Father!
Sad. The priest breathes his last. His son is overwhelmed with grief, and Gary decides to escort him back to Cantland. My objectives have been updated, but you didn't tell me what they were. Off I go. Ah, I see. Funeral.
He was a father to us all. The people of Cantlin shall miss him greatly.
He was mine own true father. And yet since childhood I did scorn him. So strong was his love for the people of this town. I did fear he loved me less than they. But despite my scorn, he did sacrifice all for my sake. No truer love was shown than that he himself did show. Father, forgive me. I loved thee in return, though I failed utterly to show it.
A sound so soft as to entrance and set the human heart to dance throughout the years.
Ah, this poem. 'Twas one dearly beloved by my father. It speaketh of the hero, doth it not? A sound so soft as to entrance and set the human heart to dance throughout the years. And though one strum its silver strings, as west wind bends the boughs of spring, no fiend appears. In days of yore they came in hordes, their hearts filled not with dulcet chords, but hateful urges. Yet now the hero's holy light has driven back the wicked night. No fiend emerges. The dark shall some day rise again. Sweet peace shall fall to fear and pain.
Let's say again.
In memory
Voice
our
direction.
light shines on. Our legends live, though we are gone. So Erdrick said, and thus I, Galen, pen this rhyme, that it might speak in future time. To those inspired, lift that which sleeps beside my bones, drive dark back with its hallowed tones. The sacred lyre.
Good poem. He's like, hey, I need that lyre.
The verse? 'Twas the work of a bard who once dwelt here in the town. One Galen of the Golden Voice. My father was much enamored of his work, and did recite it unto me from childhood.
It shall soon be dark. Make use of the inn here in the town, shouldst thou have need of it.
Indeed, 'tis the least we might do for you who did bring our beloved priest home to us.
I feel like I wasn't super successful, but I.
Accursed sphere! Obey me. Obey me, I say!
Uh-oh.
You're seeing this, aren't you? His power is growing greater and greater. If this carries on, Alefgard is about to be plunged into an even deeper darkness.
That's not good. Eek! Stay back, I said. Ah, go away, go away! Ew, undead dragon. Oh man, we just brought the Overseer back.
The darkness. It's swallowing the village too. We need your help.
Noted. Objectives have been updated. Objective, go to the fairy village before they all freaking die. Boost defense. Yeah, I imagine that this is still probably the best option. Okay. Okay. Side quest? The dwarves, they are returned homeward, friend. And right sad was I to see them go. Beneath the gruff exteriors, they're fine fellows indeed. One of them even swore to sell me their finest arms should I pay them a visit, though I fear I would be entirely incapable of making the journey. Well, I need to remember that, so... Okay, good. That is where we're gonna have to call it for today. I've got some plans this afternoon and I need to get off this computer before my shoulder falls off. Made some good progress though. It's seeming like we're nearing like the climax here. I can't imagine there's much left to the game, unless there's another map outside of this, which I doubt there is. So yeah, looks like we're getting near the end. Hopefully within the next stream or two, we'll be able to finish this off and move on to the next game. But I appreciate y'all watching. Hope y'all enjoyed the stream today. We will be live again tomorrow at about 1 p.m. Eastern. Should be live tomorrow right on time at 1 p.m. unless I fall asleep and, you know, don't wake up for a long time again. But should be on tomorrow at around 1 p.m. Eastern. Play some more Dragon Quest. And then if we don't finish it tomorrow, we will certainly finish it probably next weekend. But I appreciate y'all being here. Hopefully we'll see y'all tomorrow for some more fun Dragon Quest stuff. And yeah, appreciate y'all hanging out. Hope y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend. And anything else? I think that's it. But yeah, appreciate the chatting today. Appreciate y'all being here. If you're watching the VOD, appreciate you watching the VOD as well. If you haven't already, you can check out the rest of our Dragon Quest series here on YouTube, which was given to us courtesy of Square Enix. So shout outs again to Square Enix for the key for the game to check out the series. And to get my first steps into the Dragon Quest series. I'm really excited, and it's been a lot of fun, and I'm actually very excited to get into the second game. So I appreciate y'all being here. Hope y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend, and as always, we'll see you again in the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Bye!